Prices at the grocery store keep climbing, and most shoppers are looking for every edge they can get. But here's what almost nobody talks about. Aldi isn't just cheap, it's engineered to be cheap, in ways that even regular shoppers never see coming. Think you already know how Aldi works? Think again. Behind those bare-bones shelves and rock-bottom prices is a brilliantly designed system so calculated, it makes traditional supermarkets look wasteful by comparison. From a checkout trick that saves you money on the spot, to a little-known return policy that blows every other chain out of the water, it's all hiding in plain sight. These are 10 shopping secrets that only Aldi store employees truly understand. And once you know them, you'll never walk into an Aldi the same way again. If you've ever shopped there, what comes next will change how you see every single aisle. The moment you grab a cart at Aldi, you notice something different. There's a quarter lodged in the handle, and you can't take that cart without releasing it with another coin. Most shoppers just shrug and comply. But employees know the real story behind this. Aldi calculated years ago that paying staff to round up carts in the parking lot costs millions of dollars annually across hundreds of locations. So instead of paying someone to chase carts, they made you the cart return employee and paid you a quarter to do it. It sounds simple, but the ripple effect is enormous. Fewer staff needed per shift, no cart-related overtime, no damaged cars from runaway trolleys in the lot. Every quarter that pops back into your hand represents Aldi's philosophy in a nutshell. Design the experience so the customer saves effort and Aldi saves money at the same time. Surprised? No other major grocery chain has pulled this off at scale. And because it works so quietly, most shoppers never realize they've just participated in one of retail's most brilliant cost-cutting systems. If you've ever wandered into the middle aisle at Aldi and found a pasta maker, a camping tent, or a countertop ice maker for an absurdly low price, you've discovered what employees call the finds aisle. But what most shoppers don't realize is when those items arrive, and why timing can be the difference between scoring a deal and missing it entirely. New Aldi finds drop on Wednesdays, every week, like clockwork. Employees stock the aisle before the store opens, and the best items, robotic mops, air fryers, premium cookware, are often gone within hours of the doors opening. Aldi does this deliberately. The limited supply and one-time only nature of most items creates a hunting experience. Shoppers feel the urgency, and that urgency keeps foot traffic high week after week. Here's the insider move. Show up Wednesday morning, right when the store opens. The items are fresh on the shelf, fully stocked, and untouched. Come in Thursday afternoon? The robot vacuum is already someone else's living room project. And if you see something you like, don't walk past it thinking you'll grab it on the way out. Employees know better than anyone. In this aisle, hesitation is expensive. Have you ever watched an Aldi cashier scan a full cart and felt like you blinked and missed it? It's not training. It's not speed. Well, it's not just speed. It's something printed right on the packaging that almost no one ever notices. Aldi requires its private label suppliers to print multiple barcodes on every product. 2, sometimes 3, placed at different angles around the packaging. So no matter how a cashier picks up an item, upside down, sideways, label facing away, the scanner catches it instantly. Zero fumbling, zero rotation, zero wasted seconds. For context, most grocery chains use one barcode per item. Aldi's multi-barcode system means cashiers scan, on average, twice as many items per minute as cashiers at traditional supermarkets. Multiply those saved seconds across hundreds of stores, thousands of transactions per day, and you're looking at millions of dollars in annual labor savings. But it doesn't stop at checkout. Every scan instantly updates inventory in real time. The system knows exactly what left the shelf and automatically calculates what needs to be reordered. Fewer stockouts, less over-ordering, less waste. Next time you're at the register, look closely at the packaging. Those little barcode stripes scattered around the label aren't a design accident. They're one of Aldi's quietest and smartest competitive weapons. If you've compared milk prices lately, Aldi's number stops you cold. While competitors hover around $3.50 to $4 a gallon, Aldi sometimes sells it for closer to $2. The question every shopper asks, and very few ever get answered, is how? The answer is that Aldi loses money on milk on purpose. It's called a loss leader strategy, and it's one of the most calculated moves in their entire playbook. Aldi knows that nobody drives to a grocery store, buys 1 gallon of milk, and leaves. That's not how human shopping behavior works. You grab the milk, and then the bananas catch your eye, and then the sourdough, and then that new pasta sauce, and suddenly your quick milk run turns into a $45 receipt. Every dollar Aldi loses selling milk below cost, it recovers, and then some, from everything else in your cart. Employees understand this intuitively. Milk is the bait. Your cart is the net. What makes this especially sharp is that Aldi's margins on private label products are significantly higher than on name brands. So by luring you in with cheap milk, they guide you toward the exact products where they earn the most. You leave feeling like you saved, and they leave having profited. Everybody wins, but Aldi wins a little more. This is the secret that makes brand-loyal shoppers do a double take. That jar of Aldi Spice Blend, in many cases, it rolled off the same production line as McCormick. That bag of Aldi brand coffee, potentially the same roast as a well-known national brand, just without the logo. Aldi's private label model is built on a very deliberate strategy. Partner directly with the manufacturers that supply famous brands, strip out advertising costs, strip out middlemen, strip out fancy packaging, and pass every dollar of savings to the shelf price. Employees see this pattern constantly. A customer picks up Aldi's Season's Choice herbs, sniffs the jar, and does a slow double take because the aroma is identical to a $6 name brand they've bought for years. That's not a coincidence. It's the point. Independent taste tests have confirmed this across categories: spices, chocolate, frozen meals, coffee, yogurt. Blind comparisons frequently show no detectable difference. The only thing that changes is the label and the price. So when you're standing in the aisle wondering if the private label version is as good, employees already know the answer. In many cases, it literally came from the same place. Here's the secret that Aldi would rather you not know. For all the money you save on food, there's one section of the store where you might actually be overpaying without realizing it. Personal care and household products. Toilet paper, shampoo, dish soap, laundry detergent. These items quietly sit on Aldi shelves with price tags that look reasonable. But compared to Walmart, Target, or Dollar General, they often aren't. The reason comes down to volume. Aldi imports food in massive quantities, which gives them extraordinary leverage over suppliers. But hygiene and household goods? Aldi moves far less of those, which means far less negotiating power. Many of those products are third-party brands, not Aldi's own label, which drives costs up further. On top of that, Aldi doesn't accept manufacturer coupons. So while big box stores regularly run deep discounts or bundle deals on paper towels and shampoo, Aldi just doesn't. Employees know where the deals live, and it's not in that aisle. Before you toss hygiene products into your cart on autopilot, pull out your phone and check the price elsewhere. The gap is often small, but over a month of shopping, small gaps become real money. Shop Aldi for groceries. Shop smarter for everything else. Most supermarkets offer a refund if something is wrong with a product. Aldi offers something far more aggressive: a full refund and a free replacement at the same time for the same product. No long forms, no receipt required, no suspicious looks from a manager. You walk up to the service desk, say you weren't happy with something, and you walk away with your money back and a new product in your hands. This is Aldi's double guarantee, and employees will tell you it almost never gets abused because the products rarely need it. That's the whole point. Aldi built this policy not as a safety net for bad products, but as a public declaration of confidence in their quality. They're essentially saying, "We're so sure you'll be satisfied, we'll double down if you're not." For shoppers nervous about trying unfamiliar private label brands, this policy removes every barrier. There's no risk. If you buy an Aldi product and it disappoints you, you're covered twice over. In a retail world full of fine print and restocking fees, that kind of straightforward promise is genuinely rare, and employees know it's one of the biggest reasons customers keep coming back. This one almost nobody knows, and employees see it go unclaimed every single day. If you pick up an item at Aldi that has visible damage, a dented can, a cracked label, a slightly crushed box, a soft spot on a piece of fruit, you have the power to ask for an immediate discount at the register. No coupon, no app, no manager override needed. Aldi's internal policy gives cashiers direct authority to reduce the price on visibly imperfect products. It's a waste reduction strategy. Rather than pulling a slightly damaged item off the shelf and trashing it, they'd rather sell it to someone who doesn't mind, at a lower price. It benefits Aldi's margins, reduces waste, and rewards shoppers who pay attention. All it takes is holding up the item and saying, "This is a little damaged. Can you take something off?" Most of the time, you'll get a percentage knocked off instantly. No hesitation, no awkwardness. Veteran Aldi shoppers have turned this into a habit. They scan items before placing them in the cart, not just for quality, but looking for that dent or torn corner that becomes a negotiating chip at checkout. It's not advertised, it's not on a sign, but it's real, and it works. Beyond the fines aisle, Wednesday is significant for another reason at Aldi. It's when store-wide inventory rotates most heavily across departments. Employees restock produce, rotate dairy, and refresh specialty items all at once. That means Wednesday morning shoppers are getting the absolute freshest version of almost everything in the store. Fruits and vegetables that just came off the truck, dairy with the most lead time before expiration, and bread that hasn't sat on the shelf through a long weekend. Meanwhile, Sunday or Monday shoppers are working through whatever survived the week's traffic. This is especially true for Aldi's produce section, which has dramatically improved in recent years. Their supply chain moves fast. Produce goes from distributor to store shelf on a rapid rotation, often sourced from regional farms to minimize transit time. Employees receive the right to reject shipments that don't meet freshness standards on arrival, but the freshest version of that already high-quality produce, that's the Wednesday delivery. If you're serious about getting the best of what Aldi has to offer, freshest food, newest finds, fully stocked shelves, Wednesday morning is the magic window. Employees know. Now you do too. Aldi doesn't accept manufacturer coupons. That's the rule, and it doesn't bend. But savvy shoppers and the employees who shop at their own store have found a workaround that stacks on top of Aldi's already low prices. 3 apps: Ibotta, Checkout 51, and Fetch Rewards. The process takes about 30 seconds. After checkout, snap a photo of your receipt. Each app scans it for qualifying items and deposits cash back directly into your account. Sometimes cents, sometimes dollars, depending on what you bought. Here's what makes it powerful at Aldi specifically. Because Aldi's base prices are already lower than most competitors, any cash back you earn on top is pure bonus savings. You're not getting a 10% discount on an overpriced item. You're getting 10% back on something that was already 20% cheaper than anywhere else. Each app works slightly differently. Ibotta targets everyday staples like milk, eggs, and bread. Checkout 51 focuses on produce and canned goods. Fetch Rewards gives you points on any receipt you upload, redeemable for Amazon, Starbucks, or Visa gift cards. Used together, regular Aldi shoppers report saving an extra $20 to $50 a month, without changing what they buy or where they shop. The apps do the work. You just remember to take the photo. Aldi isn't just a discount grocery store. It's one of the most deliberately engineered shopping experiences ever built, designed down to the barcode placement, the cart coin, and the cashier's scan speed to deliver the lowest possible price without sacrificing quality. Now that you know what's really going on behind those simple shelves, every trip to Aldi becomes a different experience. You're not just shopping, you're working the system the way employees do. Which one of these secrets surprised you the most? Drop it in the comments below. And if this opened your eyes, make sure you hit like so more people can shop smarter before their next grocery run.